video, and today I'm going to be doing a quick, actually not a quick one, we're going to be doing a full in-depth review on the JL Rubicon and what kind of makes it right now my favorite Jeep that's available. And starting off, we're going to be looking at a ocean blue one here. This is probably my favorite color on the JL Wranglers. I don't know why. It's really rich, it's very deep. If you look, that blue is just insanely deep. That just looks awesome. The way the sun beads off this color too, and the way it reflects, it just looks really good. As well as I like when the color matching top goes with this. I'm not crazy about the color matching fenders. I find it's a little too much than blue, but with the black fenders and the color matching top, it just looks absolutely incredible. I'm just going to do a quick walk around here so you guys can see this gorgeous JL. So starting off with the Rubicon, some things that are significant to it that make it a Rubicon. So first thing you can probably spot are these awesome BF Goodrich tires. Now the BF Goodrich tires, there are options as where you can get the full matte look, or you can get the white lettering on the tire as well, which I like personally a little bit better. If you look here, those are kind of your standard JL Rubicon rims. Another thing that's significant to this model is the tow hooks up front. So they are painted red on this model, and a lot of the Rubicon badging is accented with red here. So if you look at, obviously another thing that gives it away is obviously the Rubicon lettering there on the side, but as you can see as well, it is outlined in red. As well as with the badging here, trail rated 4x4, outlined with this red and bronze. It looks awesome here too on the Jeep badging on the side. And there you have it, Wrangler Unlimited. Here's the interior, obviously the red dash, which some people tell me they're not a huge fan of because it's just too much plastic and stuff. They're not crazy about it. Other people tell me they love it. Personally, my favorite's the Sahara with the leather stitching through it. That one's personally my favorite. Second though is this red. It is awesome. And then I'm gonna hop over now into the back here, and as you can see, the soft top. So when you pick up one of these and you get dual top, so dual top is a option that you can get, and what dual top means is you get obviously a hard top and you get a soft top. So that's what's in here is the soft top goes right in there. And now lift this. So before, the soft top used to kind of rest here on the side, and it used to kind of just, you'd push it up and it'd slide over the roll bars there, as you can see. Now what they do is they put it in a box, and pretty much the same system happens is it rolls back here, but it's a little bit bigger, bulkier. Quite honestly, it's actually a whole lot easier to install a soft top than it is than it used to be on the JK models. I found before on the JK models it was a little bit complicated when it came to installing it, so that's a great feature. Obviously here you get your bag to put your Freedom tops, which I'm going to go over in a second on how you take those off. And when you open this and close it, so opening it, obviously you have to open the door first because you can't access to pull on this window. So what you have to do to close it though is you must always close this first and then the door second. Now another thing too that's been added to the new JL Rubicon compared to the JKs is obviously backup camera. This is huge for a lot of Jeep fans because for a long time we didn't have a backup camera, which is awesome. Keyless entry, as you can see, there's a button for it, and you have that all the way around except for the rear doors, but both passenger and driver door have that. We'll get in here quickly. So now when you want to take off a Freedom top panel, what you do is you turn these all sideways, and so there's a couple. There's one there, there is another one there up front, another one there, and two back here. So these are all latches that you use to unlock. So now you pull just this one down and that unclips that there, as well as with that one. Now before here, if you did have a JK or you were familiar with them before, what you used to have to do was actually twist locks that were back here as well. That was a real pain. It was a real process to do. Not that it was hard, it was just, I think, pure laziness. Most people just didn't like doing it. And what happens is once when you unbuckle all of these latches, these two panels, so here's one panel and you can see the seam right here, sorry, and they come off in two panels, and I'm going to show you that from the outside now. So there you have it, the two panels. You can kind of see them there from the top, and the rest of this hardtop comes off in one piece, except, so yes, this hardtop, the rest of it comes off in one piece. Now if you do get there is an option where you can get a power sliding soft top, and what that is, that we're over there that I was showing you, the red ones don't have, or the blue one that I was just showing doesn't have the LED lights, but this is what they look like. They look extremely good. You kind of get a nice halo when the daytime running lights are on, as well as these are LEDs too on the side. They're just a tad bit different from what was on that Rubicon, but you can option these lights on the Rubicon, which is pretty awesome. Another thing about this is the power soft top. So that's what it looks like there, so you guys can see. So this slides all the way back until about here, let's say. It's pretty awesome. And then these windows here pop out, and you can kind of see a rubber seam there all the way around. Yeah, there's a little bit more visible for you guys. And what happens is this top part pretty much comes out. There's locks in here. I'll show you that on the inside. So there, see those locks? You undo these latches, and then this part right here comes out, and you lift and pull up, which is pretty awesome. It's actually easier than a Freedom top to take off. And just on the inside here, I will show you, there's the power button to push the soft top open. Okay, so a couple of features in here on the inside. You have your heated steering wheel, heated seats. Obviously your passenger has heated seats as well. There is start stop now available on the new JL Rubicons, as well as there, if you can see, the push start button, which is all new to the new JL. This is a huge revamp on the interior. I mean, there's quite a few differences. Now always this Wrangler like hold on bar is there. That's always been there, kind of the safety bar. For off-roading, your passenger has something to grab on. Now what's significant to the Rubicon in particular is what you're looking at right here, which is sway bar disconnect. That is very significant to this Rubicon, as well as you get actually auxiliary port options too, standard in the Rubicon JL, and front and rear locking axles, and rear only locking axles. So what you do is you pretty much just select whether you want top or bottom as far as the rear and front locking axles go. And sway bar disconnect, you'll pretty much just press the button, it'll light up, as well as here, and you'll probably get a message here too on the dash telling you that that has happened. Now I'm pretty sure you can only do these features when it is in 4x4. I'm not 100% sure. Now we'll get to the 4x4 system and how that works. You pretty much just pull on this. Now one thing I really do like is you really got to pull to put it in 4x4. It's not electronic, like, you know, when you press a button and most vehicles are turning a dial and it kind of just puts it back. So that I'm a huge fan of, that they did it like that, and it's still the old school way. You got to pull it. It's just, I don't know, it just kind of significance, kind of, it's more significant to a Jeep, and it makes it feel more like a Jeep when that happens. Obviously the shifter, this is an automatic. You can get also to this is an option actually to upgrade to the auto. The standard transmission in this is a 6-speed manual transmission, which I actually like a lot. I had a manual Wrangler and I was a huge fan of it. Now obviously you will get worse gas mileage though with the manual typically. Here as well, another thing that has been added is adaptive cruise control. As you can see, there's adaptive cruise control options right here, and that is pretty much it. I mean, as far as the interior goes. Now we're gonna go for a drive in this ocean blue JL Rubicon, and what we're gonna do is this is the Pentastar, and it's the very famous motor that Chrysler has right now. It's probably their best, most reliable motor that you can get. It is in all of our vehicles. Actually, you can get it in the Ram, you can get it in the Grand Cherokee. The Cherokees have a 3.2 liter Pentastar, which is very similar, and the Challengers, the Chargers, the 300s, the 200s, which they stopped making now. What else? I think I got everything. So anyways, let's go on a drive here. We're gonna see how it is. I'm gonna just kind of give a quick review and kind of for daily driving. This is a video for daily drivers out there too, because I know a lot of people are going to be daily driving, obviously this, and a lot of people will take it off road too, but this is going to be kind of my quick review on how this vehicle is to daily drive. So here we go. So one thing that as well is the new JL Rubicons come with this 8-speed auto, which is absolutely phenomenal. I'm a huge fan of the 8-speed auto. I had it in my my Charger Scat Pack. I have it in my Ram, and I'm a huge fan of the 8-speeds. They really drive extremely smooth. They shift smooth. It makes the engine feel more powerful too, having one of these 8-speeds. So that's the benefit to having this transmission, and it's a ZF transmission. It is extremely responsive too. So it's not bad. That's another thing too. Huge difference in gas mileage now that the windshield is tilted a little bit more. So there's a big difference in gas mileage. Another thing that's huge about this vehicle too is the accelerating because of the 8-speed. So the 8-speed also saves you gas because obviously more gears, and it works a little it works a little less to get going, I find, for some reason, and it just accelerates. It's much more responsive. Again, these are the benefits you get really with this transmission, because the motor was available in the JK, so it's definitely not that they've made improvements to the motor. It's just that having this 8-speed now equipped in this Wrangler, it's awesome because it makes the motor just so much more responsive and so much more better. Another thing too, over bumps and stuff like that, is it very bumpy? Not really. For some reason, I find that the JL is a little bit smoother and things like that. I don't find it too aggressive and too stiff. A lot of people complain that Jeeps are always stiff and stuff like that. I don't find it. I mean, I've always driven in older trucks though, so I mean, I might not be the best example, but you can definitely daily drive it. It's not like it's shaking you and it's uncomfortable. No, that's another thing too. Huge improvement with the seats. The seats are so much more comfortable than the JK. I found the JK seats were just a little too stiff. It wasn't the most comfortable seat. These are much more comfortable. That's another thing that I can tell you for sure is the seats I really like. Another thing, legroom in the back. I would say legroom is about the same. Now the only thing is when you're sitting in the back seat, unfortunately I can't show you in this one. Hopefully I'll be able to pull up a clip from one that doesn't have a soft top in the back, because that box does take up and you have to fold down those back seats. So that's the great part too about the storage. Like, if you can see that box right now behind me, it's huge. It fits perfectly. I mean, you got a lot of trunk space there too if you fold down those seats. So that's another great benefit to having this JL Rubicon. Another thing that's a great benefit too is, again, the back seat is a little bit reclined, so the passengers in the back sit a little bit more comfortably too, as well as the seats being more comfortable, and the legroom is about the same. I'm about 6'3". I sit back there very comfortably, so I'm sure anyone shorter than me, or if you're 6'5" too, it shouldn't be too bad for you either. It's not at all a bad back seat. For some reason some people like to trash the back seat. They say they're not that great. The JK, I found it was a little bit, you sat a little bit upright, but I wouldn't say legroom it was necessarily concerning. I still sat pretty comfortable even in the JK in the back. Just it was a little bit upright for my liking, that I will admit. So that's what I have to say pretty much about the drive of this vehicle and how it is. These things turn on a dime too. That's another thing I forgot to mention, is they turn extremely well, and I'm a huge fan of the way they turn kind of on a dime. It's awesome. So thank you for watching the video, guys, and I'll be back with more videos, and please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.